Bold and captivating, the new Gérald Genta Minute Repeater embodies the heart and soul of Genta's legendary craftsmanship, reborn and refined for today's collectors. This timepiece, only the second movement released since the brand's revival, brings together many of Gérald Genta's signature elements into one breathtaking creation. But here's where it gets controversial. Is it a homage, a reinterpretation, or something entirely new? Long before the Gérald Genta and Daniel Roth brands were revived in 2023, La Fabrique du Temps Louis Vuitton, helmed by watchmakers Michel Navas and Enrico Barbassini, held an unbreakable connection to Genta himself. These two artisans were the final craftsmen to work directly under Genta, imbibing his philosophy of creating boldly complicated watches with distinctive, unmistakable design. One unforgettable example that highlights this ethos is the Gérald Genta Sonnerie, launched in 1994. At the time, it stood as one of the most complex watches available, boasting an intricate 800-part caliber 3100, engineered by Pierre-Michel Gollet, who later joined Franck Muller. Now, with the relaunch of the Genta brand, we see a spiritual descendant in the Gérald Genta Minute Repeater. Limited to just 10 pieces each year and priced at CHF $320,000, it continues the tradition of exceptional watchmaking. Back in the 1980s, Genta was obsessed with minute repeaters. He didn't just make them, he pushed boundaries, creating automatic minute repeaters and even water-resistant models, an incredible technical challenge even today. The Sonnerie with a perpetual calendar remains a testament to his visionary approach. Fast forward to the recent brand revival, and the hallmark creativity shines through once again with the Jump Hour. Retrograde minute repeater featuring Mickey Mouse on the dial, crafted for the only watch auction. Examining photographs of this past model reveals clear architectural ties to the new GG002 movement, powering the latest minute repeater. The contemporary watch streamlines the design by omitting the Jump Hour module and thinning the case to a sleek 40mm by 9.6mm yellow gold frame, showcasing masterful refinement. For anyone familiar with Genta's work through the 1980s and 90s, the design is instantly recognizable. The style is less angular than his earliest creations, but still unmistakably his. Matteo Hegyi, the brand's artistic director, shaped the case and dial from scratch, honoring the past without simply copying it. I had the chance to talk last year with Eveline Genta, the widow of the late designer, who shared insight into how Genta's style evolved over decades. She mentioned that if he were alive today, we'd likely see even more of this subtly rounded, pebble-like case shape in his work. Although the case softens the sharp edges, the essence of Genta's creativity remains intact. One of the design hallmarks, a single lug fixed vertically at the center of the case, is a rare trait unique almost solely to Genta, acting like a visual signature. The stepped, sloping cushion case nods to the past, reminiscent of the distinctive beehive-style cases from earlier Sonnerie watches. More understated details include the dial's natural onyx material, a true homage to Genta's fondness for stone dials. This choice follows the brand's recent trend of daring dial materials, as seen in versions of the Gentissima Orson, including an exceptional fire opal dial. Whether you love or dislike such bold choices, the confidence and uniqueness are undeniable. The watch carries heritage cues with finely crafted, bar-shaped indices and slender stick hands. The dial cleverly blends a circular minute track within a softly rounded square, reminiscent of Patek Philippe's subtle design solutions like those found in their reference 5950 Cousin split seconds chronograph. Meanwhile, the onyx continues as a cabochon crown, pairing Genta's trademark flair with a Cartier-inspired touch. La Fabrique du Temps, Louis Vuitton, continues to impress with a clear commitment to high-end, independent watchmaking aesthetics and techniques. Despite being part of the LVMH group, under Jean Arnault's stewardship, the brand preserves a fiercely guarded dedication to authentic, uncompromised watchmaking. This focus on quality over mass appeal sets them apart, contrasting with collaborations with notable independent watchmakers like Rekshep and Kari Voutilainen, and emphasizing in-house releases such as Daniel Roth models and minute repeaters. One standout piece is the Escales Autour du Monde Escale en Amazonie pocket watch, unveiled this year, celebrated for its meticulous finishing and intricate details like 646 inner angles, including on the gear teeth, and a ratchet that required 3 weeks to polish. Although the GG002 caliber in the new Genta Minute Repeater doesn't reach the astronomical value or finish levels of those multi-million euro pieces, it stands as a sophisticated creation in its own right. The movement boasts 32 jewels, is adjusted in 6 positions, and offers an impressive 80-hour power reserve. Its winding mechanism utilizes a bar-click system to elevate the tactile pleasure of manual winding, a vital feature given the repeater's notorious energy demands. The centrifugal governor controlling the repeater's tempo honors Genta's favorite octagonal shape, blending function with design symbolism. The repeater mechanism itself employs a single steel gong encircling the case once, struck by 2 hammers to produce 2 tones. A simpler classical setup compared to cathedral gongs with their longer coils or carillon repeaters with 3 notes. Attaching the gongs directly to the case enhances sound projection, resulting in a surprisingly loud and pleasantly warm chime. While many aficionados claim rose gold delivers the warmest repeater tones, scientific proof is lacking. Any true test would require comparing the same caliber housed in multiple metals, something rarely done. This watch's aesthetic is distinct and feels like a nod to the growing trend of vintage-inspired designs favored by enthusiasts and style-forward buyers alike. Recalling the bold spirit of the 80s and 90s, the unusual single lug and relatively slim 9.6mm thickness provide a balanced wear experience, avoiding the top-heavy feel of some vintage counterparts. Although some purists may criticize it as slab-sided, that solid, bold presentation is very much intentional. Technical details on water resistance remain undisclosed, implying it's not designed for daily or rugged wear. Nevertheless, performance and comfort aren't compromised. I personally wore the sample throughout a full workday when it wasn't being photographed, and it never felt cumbersome. With a retail price of CHF $320,000, approximately $400,000, the Gérald Genta Minute Repeater positions itself as a serious contender. The brand's only relative point of comparison internally is the unique Mickey Mouse Jump Hour repeater made for only watch, which, amid auction complications and scandals, sold for only CHF $170,000.